Peace. Peace to the divine infinite consciousness. This broadcast right here is about, more so, we're dealing with the narcissist. However, we're dealing with a different aspect of the narcissist that we're not so used to talking about. This aspect happens to be the covert narcissist. The covert. The undercover narc. The one that you wouldn't think is a narcissist. The quiet one. The shy one. All at the same time has the same feelings as an overt narcissist. See, an overt narcissist, you can look at these people like, oh man, that's a confident person. I want to be like that. But you don't know how that person feel, so you can't want to be like that. So now you got the covert narcissists who only associate themselves with people who are like that. And they're underneath like that in some form of fashion. Not to get it confused with just people who are just introverts and extroverts. It's always going to be about supply for them. How they idolize, devalue, and discard the ones that they love. They don't know how to really truly love, in a form of understanding. Because that's what love is. Coming in the form of understanding. Understanding your cipher, understanding all that exists, understanding your creation, and understanding that you are a part of the creation. And anything that is created is a creature. And it's not made. So you got the narcissist who is the somatic or the overt narcissist. They're a somatic narcissist. And what they is that, they're more so outgoing and like, yo, up front, like, hey, this is me, this is what I am, check out this, I got the new J's, the new haircut that's like this, I've got the new everything, the latest whatever, I got the iPhone Infinity in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? So you got different kinds, you know what I'm saying? You got the covert, very, very reserved to themselves, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got all this shit. They just like, they pride themselves off their wits, you know what I'm saying, on what they got. But you can tell when you're dealing with that person. It's not that they're unreasonable, which they really are, because you got to tell the difference between a person who is wise and a person who is sick, who is a covert narcissist. Because a covert narcissist can have the wrong answer. And whenever you come at them with something that is like, yo, that you found a chink in their armor, they're like, oh, shit. No, that's not this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But what it is you found that chink, and they're going to find a way to come back with the chink and explaining it to you with the chink still in that motherfucker and shit. Like, it's right and exact. But, everything we do is right and exact, so whatever, you learn from it anyways. If not, you're going to repeat it until you do. So, this is what it is. So they all have the same level. They all have the idolize, devalue, and discard mechanism in them. They all, it just depends how long they can keep it up. They can spot a good person quick. They know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You ever see like an old couple, you think that the man is mean and shit, but you don't realize that, or that he's the abuser out the relationship, but you don't realize that shit. Her quiet ass may be the fucking abuser. She's quiet. She knows how to reserve and to make him look like a fool in public when he disagree and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because men is just hardwired really to get at the woman and shit. And the woman is hardwired to run away. Play games and shit like that. And we like, oh, what the fuck, man? Shit. You know what I mean? So That's why steel sharpens steel. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about that game. Let them play the games with the seeds and shit, and play with their sisters like that. You know what I'm saying? We play games, but it's some serious ass games. We like, nigga, what part of the how pure is your drip, nigga? How pure is your drop from the ocean, man? You know what I'm saying? Well, let's test it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's how we play the game. But you know, so this is I'm saying, you know, that's his man, and that's dealing with a man's nature. But I'm talking about when we're dealing with narcissists, that's a broken personality, because you know the soul doesn't know how to personify itself now. You know, so it's been abused. It's been accustomed to abuse, and it shows in the DNA because it doesn't know how to master. Okay, shit, this shit is bad. How can I get over the addiction of doing this, that, and the third, whether it's mind-altering chemicals or me having a dopamine fucking addiction or whatever, because all that is a dopamine addiction. And it's not like, that's not no drug. That's what your brain produces when you experience certain things. And it's good to have a dopamine production when you're dealing with natural life and shit, you know what I'm saying? But not just like porn or no shit like that over and over again, because that shit makes the production fat. Like, it just comes quick because it's like, oh, it's just flooded all over the place because your body's not really used to, you know what I'm saying, just seeing that shit. You know what I mean? That's, you know, you're not really, it's very intricate when you're partaking in orgies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why with the narcissist, he subjects you to all these things. He or she'll make you think that you're subjecting her when she's really like coaxing you to, yeah, give me some more dick. You know what I'm saying? So that, you know, and make it seem like, oh, you know, you're more mature. She's more mature. I'm sorry, you're not mature enough to do that. You know what? It's nothing mature about taking 2 dicks and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's almost a disgrace, because we broke that down before, how the energies come and mix in with the woman. It's not right, you know what I'm saying? And women know that shit, so we want to keep that away from that and only allow them to be like that with their husbands and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's crucial. Because you see how the grafted man got the woman now, and he's a supreme fucking narcissist. He's like the fucking psychopathic narcissist on earth, the highest one. And this nigga does not know how to make love. But he displays the image like he does, like he's the kissing scenes and shit like that. They don't kiss, man, you know what I'm saying? Kissing is from us, man. Grooming and shit is from us. You know what I mean? When we groom each other. We make each other look good. You know what I'm saying? We know how to do that. It's something that they picked up along the way. I'm just saying, I'm just keeping it facts. This is natural, whether somebody's controlling these beings or not. So, you know, as a race, people are starting to turn into either borderlines or narcissists and shit. You know, as ethnic entities, as groups of people on this plane, where everybody's turning into narcissists or borderline personality, some part of cluster B's, because the caregiver's not there. Like, if you look in Philippines, the mamas is coming over here to America and trying to get the bread, you know what I'm saying? And the dads is over there raising the seeds, this, that, and the third. But it's like, damn, they're getting subjected to, they're reflecting another alpha male now, a male that they see as alpha in their eye. And this is the grafted, a Caucasian man. You know what I'm saying? So, and when I say grafted, it's like nature naturally grafted you then. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no plane, there's no tribe in the world where you exist. We got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? There's no place that I can just bump into and I find a tribe of Caucasians sitting somewhere. That is so we know we're dealing with some shit here. All right, you know what I'm saying? And there's different ones amongst them that is able to be cool. That's why I'm cool with the white chocolates. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but you know, we all know, but we try to deal with them because a lot of us have compassion and shit like that. But this is how narcissists find you through empathy. They see who gives a fuck. That's why they put the shit on TV. Arms of an angel. You know, the dog and shit, just sad as hell. My daughter was doing that the other day about their dog and shit. But it's just funny though, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, you know, and it tries to trigger you to pay. And they do that to their own self because they know there's some amongst them that give a fuck. So they want to find out who's giving a fuck. And once we find out who's giving a fuck, let's test them. Meaning that we take your energy, put them in between 2 crosses, and we make that shit, we trap it and see which way you're gonna go before it gets in the end. That's how we test you and shit, and see if you're going this way. Well, we're gonna make sure you go this way over here. This is which way you're leaning. Shit like that, man. It's psychology. This shit is psychology, and it's chess, because chess is psychology. If a motherfucking, that's all the guys do. We play chess and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, mug will be so good in the game, and we have to leave the chessboard like that and come back to it and sit there and pay attention to the board before we make a move. You know, so I mean, when it gets that deep, you know, a lot of us can go quick, but I mean, when it gets that deep, that's just how it is. It's kind of cool out here, man. So it ain't that damn warm. You know what I'm saying? You see, I got a hoodie on with, you know, skull cap. Ear just ringing right now. It's the right one. So it got to be maybe a family member or someone who's thinking about me. My physical's up right now. But that's how you got to do. You got to get off your phones and start tuning into your ringings and start tuning into your higher senses. You know what I mean? You can't. How you gonna know if your DNA is being activated and you're just constantly on their frequency? You know what I mean? I haven't went live to talk to people because it's right now, you know, brothers is probably looking for me to disrobe and, you know, contract my muscles and, you know, and pose and show motherfuckers all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But in real life, this is a part of it. You know, this is a part of it because you're gonna have to like let go a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like start eating right and exact. Like you're listening to your body, them once a days. You know, mainly fruits, some grains. You know, until you find out the exact foods that you need to really be eating. No red meats and shit like that. No low vibrational foods unless you need to ground yourself. You know, so I go days without eating cooked food. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes I got to just to doze off. Like I have to eat some cooked food now because I'm gonna have to doze off. I got off the, you know what I'm saying, been up for a moment and shit. So, yeah. So you use mucus to get out of. You use mucus, man. This is what they don't want to let you know. This shit. They say mucus is the cause of disease, but you use your mucus. It's being used. It's an interstitial fluid that is gathering all the fucking extra fucking free radicals and all the stuff that's going inside you. And what it's doing is it's making you is allowing all this sewage and shit to come and drain the different lymph node systems and spots, and then it's draining that shit out you via the skin, pimples, or, you know, you hawking the shit up and pushing the shit out. You know what I'm saying? Crying, eye boogers, booger, I don't know, just whatever. Boogers is, you know, that's your filter from breathing in the air and shit, and you just pick that shit up out your nose or your pyramid, so that shit that goes inside you, boom, lift your lungs up, you breathe up, push out with the belly, have your diaphragm open in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. That's how you breathe. It's like, this is how you breathe. You know, they taught you how to breathe wrong. So this is what takes away your youthful appearance when you start breathing wrong. You know, you won't know how to regenerate your cells. You know, all these different things that you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like the hip hop generation is young right now for a reason. So it just goes to show you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like when I say the hip hop generation, I'm talking about hip hop is my age. I was born when it for sure hit the street. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we selling hip hop now. I was born then. You know what I'm saying? I remember hearing all them songs when they first came on the radio. All right, so, you know, I seen the shit evolve. You know what I'm saying? And that's from spray painting, dancing, poetically rhyming, spitting, and making beats. You know what I'm saying? Just the shit that's involved in our life, our freedom, our knowledge and understanding, to show improving our culture. That's what we do. But yeah. So with that, say peace. You know, the covert narcissist is definitely in effect. You know what I'm saying? That's the cerebral narc. And those are the ones who be like, yo, I think I'm smarter than you, nigga. And you can't find a chink in their shit at all. And how dare you if you do. They don't want to add on to the cipher. They just want to just be the cipher, nigga. It's me, nigga. I am the Most High. Yeah, you are to you, nigga. But then let the other God come in. He's the Most High also. All right, peace.